Play. Got to clear the pitch as well. And here we go. And it is Speed United in the green and red. Club 360 led by Drewski in the orange and white. This will be a big follow-up act required here from Speed United. They won by 7 goals to 2 on the first day of the competition. A lot of it happening late. It was actually a reasonably competitive game for most of it against Glitch FC, and then just got away. Playing calmly there, Pereira. Goalkeeper Tyler Hogan, a picture of calm. Carrying it well forward here as tries to create that numerical advantage. Have to keep it here and not give away a cheap one. Pereira playing it cross. Those challenges flying in, bit of contact there. Milane with that attempt. Now in behind, there's that first time strike from Ochoa. A sharp run. Just couldn't keep that one on target. And bent towards that near post. Speed, his team with some signs of intent early. That's not very far away beyond that near post. Comes that atmosphere again. Pressure coming towards Edgar Perez of Club 360. Lifted forward, taken down off the chest, and the volley went across the face of goal. And it wasn't a bad idea there from Escobar on that right side. Scored last week, former player at LSU Eunice. Also has some experience playing 7-a-side with City Soccer at TST. Here now is Melian. Again, Speed taking their time, setting up in that 4-3-2-1. Hogan. There's one worrying thing, though, for Speed United in the build-up to this one. After playing so well last week, this week on Monday night, National Speed had a curse placed upon him by Danhausen. We'll have to be careful here. That will not potentially go well if you're ISHO Speed, as that one deflects away. It will be a corner to Club 360, so first on the board there. I wonder if Speed knows he's got to play through a curse. Goal kick as that pressure comes. Podra. Actually getting back to him. All the options running with him. Could have gone it alone, tried the square ball, and it's well recovered here by Club 360. Off goes Carlos Danielson, playing with purpose there. We got to take a deflection on its way out. It will be given as a corner, so a second corner now for Club 360. They're one away from a penalty kick. Another flick on there from Caldra. This time recovered by Edgar Perez, and so far Club 360 have been up to the challenge. It's back here again. Peralta thinking about it and taking it on and in towards that netting. It's kind of funny seeing the faces in the crowd. Yes, the netting is in front of them, but sometimes it doesn't really look like it. They all get scared. That ball coming flying at 1,000,000 miles an hour towards them. So it's direct towards Peralta. It's a sharp bit of play. Awkward bounce here. Now, Melian able to get it back, but through that middle, dispossessed was Benedetti. Again, that strike does deflect out, or did it? It did hit the ceiling. So it is for the ball to put back into play as a drop ball for Club 360. Here's Speed watching on. Fraghetti. Back to Edgar Perez, another player with over 100 games playing in his native Venezuela. Danielson from a narrow angle. They'll take a nick on its way through. It is a corner. Well done there from Danielson to win it. And it will be a penalty kick. And just exactly what Club 360 is looking for now. They get the first goal in the game, put Speed United under pressure. And approaching with it is Escobar. Takes a stutter step and just hits it right into the chest of Hogan, who was not fooled by that stutter step. Will be for Speed United to get it back into play. Big save from the goalkeeper. Stood his ground, wasn't gonna flinch. Free kick given on halfway. Tripped up there was Ochoa. Braxton Najib has come on here for Speed United. Was such a big contributor last week. Recovered though, Benedetti dispossessed. Off of Danielson last. And a restart coming now. Played forward. Nice layoff here for Najib. His first touch. Does well to invite the contact there, and a free kick is the correct decision, you must say. Taken short here with Pereira. Andres Navas. And with Pereira once again, Najib in the center circle. Lifts it forward from Hogan. Well over the head there of John Diaz. There's John on the back of his shirt, former Quinnipiac College player. He's also got some experience in the Red Bull short-sided tournaments. A few of the players have already come from. Lifted forward and a clean, well won there from Hogan. It's a composed figure throughout this game, stopping that penalty kick. Controlling possession. More pressure, though, from Danielson. Good first touch, though, from John. Stuck, though, in this corner. Has to find a way out of it. Is it off the defender and is a throw-in right there by the corner. The attempt to put it back into play, just deflect away for another throw-in. With Hogan. The teams we've seen so far, you can definitely say that Speed United are among the most comfortable on the ball. Braxton Najib taken down in the center circle. Nice ball in behind. Offside flag though will come up as Alexis Mendoza, the wild card for this game for Club 360, taking off a bit too early. Hogan. Lifted forward and claimed by Perez. Taking as much time as he wants here. Mendoza. Club 360 with the best chance to get on the board. Jose Escobar having his penalty kick denied by Tyler Hogan. Haven't seen too much in the way of clear goal scoring chances. Najib will lift forward, and that's an easy claim there for Edgar Perez. Wants to get on with it. Danielson looks to be the biggest threat up front for Club 360, inviting a challenge and taking the hit on, and just off target. It's a little bit wide. Speed watching on, hasn't quite been as you would expect for him. his frustration there in that technical area. Once again, Club 360 with the ball. Drewski's team have been very good tonight. They did lose on the opening day to Super Niños. Been up for it so far. Well played forward. There was a hand up high there towards Escobar, who is frustrated there. He's showing his right eye towards the official. We'll play on. Najib. There was that option there for John, but it's given away. Just running himself into trouble, losing out possession. And here's Carlos Esteban Marin. Now back on it again here, Marin. Sharp idea. Pressing is in there. It does look as though the game change will be required to shift the narrative of this one so far. Two even teams making it difficult for each other. Going back to Perez, a lot of play with the goalkeeper for Club 360. Instructions still being barked out. Play forward. Nice turn there, an idea from Juliel Mucci. The Argentine losing out over there on that far side. McDonald. Playing back with Hogan. More pressure coming here, and well done there to cause a problem. Alexis Mendoza flying at the opponent. These pressing chances that look like they're there, and again, here goes biting in, losing it over there by that corner. It's a goal kick. Really the player who's added something to the game here. There's that marching band that accompanied Club 360 out onto the pitch. Hogan. Oh, well played forward. Perea trying to let it run. It does get volleyed over here. Well done here by our crew to make sure the equipment's not hit over by our announce table. Perea for Najib. Claimed there in that penalty area by Edgar Perez. And now we get to the game changer. Higher than you ever been. Stand tall like Everest. We go higher. It's time to go higher. Okay, so it's +1 then, which means we start at 1v1 with the goalkeeper. And every time a goal is scored, one player is added to each team. The goalkeepers are not allowed to leave the penalty area or engage in build-up play, meaning once the ball gets kicked off, the goalkeeper cannot touch it again. And it just becomes a game of one-on-one from that point. So the manager, Aisha Speed, talking there towards Daniel Va. And the referee's having a word there. Speed now will talk to his team. This is an interesting setup. We've seen a lot of goals get scored in the +1 game changer.
That's all they doing. That's all they doing. They just playing for the long ball.
All right, so here we go with this game changer in +1. It's Escobar who's going to run at his defender and look for the goal, denied there by Hogan. Does go out of play, and so it will be for Club 360 to get it back going again, and basically you just dribble it back into play and then go again. Once again, the step over showing he wants that right, and there's the finish, and the first goal of the game is scored by Escobar of Club 360, taking advantage of the one-on-one scenario, and now we're at 2 against 2 on the field. And I show Speed frustrated there. So here we go. So there's that right-footed finish. You can tell the defender, Luis Peralta, was showing him towards his right because he's a very left-footed player. Now will be for Club 360 to start it again. Here at 2v2. Escobar and now Carlos Danielson. Danielson very much about his power. Trying that strike and deflection. Hogan sliding it out of play. Again, can just be dribbled back in. Escobar ahead of Kodra. And he tries his effort well off target. Kodra scored 4 in the first game. Has not really made much of an impact here tonight. He's got to take it himself. Again, can't play with the goalkeeper. There he goes dribbling. He's lost out. Danielson for 2-0, denied by Hogan. And now Peralta has to keep playing Danielson's contact, and he keeps biting and biting, but eventually a free kick for Speed United. Final minute and a half for this game changer. We're at 2v2 here in the +1. Club 360 opening the scoring through Escobar. More contact there on Kodra, who again cannot play with the goalkeeper. See here, Kodra just sort of lining up a one-on-one. Will eventually get running at Escobar, you'd think, easing him into a sense of security. Escobar steps in, got a piece, but off goes Kodra, and a heavy collision there with Danielson and Kodra on the floor. He's giving this a free kick, and he'll be slow to get up. Treatment will come for him. Here's that challenge. Yeah, it's a banging of the legs there. Cooling spray being applied there to the stomach there of Kodra. On will play with 54 seconds left in the game changer, and Kodra wanted to go quickly, so he'll give it to Peralta. 360 maintaining the lead, but Speed United looking for some way through. To do it on the dribble, find a window. Kodra looking for one. To a more and more difficult angle, and another bit of contact and a shove. Free kick given. Kodra not having it there from Danielson, going head to head there. Would be a free kick. Those two none too pleased. There's that contact, and here we go. Peralta now. Surrounded by two, he's in trouble. Danielson and Kodra. Danielson can get running. Nice touch to send himself on his way. Danielson from a narrow angle. Always gonna be difficult, and now he's gotta get back up and get back running. It's 2 against 1. Gotta play all Kodra. Just running out of legs there at the end, and I think Danielson will be more than fine. You see the time tick away, and we'll reach the end of the first half. Club 360 getting the first goal of the game through Jose Escobar. Ran one-on-one at Luis Peralta, got it towards that right boot, and finished well beyond Tyler Hogan. So Speed and his team, who hit for 7 last week, unable to find a single goal in this first half, even in the game changer mode. Steven Kodra at 4 last week, all of a sudden finds himself struggling to find even a chance here. Let's go into that team talk with I Show Speed.
If you want to switch, that has to be on you guys.
No, and when we're on the ball and I'm dragging centrally, there's pockets from our 2 forwards checking in and then playing under. We don't have to go feel pressure.
But also, when we have the ball, I need more movement.
Yeah.
We're just standing there like this. I need you guys to rotate, do what they're doing, like that.
Better passes, man.
And let's get some fucking shots on target. We can't miss every shot like that.
Y'all got this, bro.
Hey, 15 minutes.
Y'all know what they doing, bro. They doing the same shit.
One goal, we're back to 8. Let's go. Come on. Hey,
Fuck, come on.
Ochar, Braxton, John. And then let's go.
We do apologize for the language there, as I Show Speed trying to fire up his charges. It is Speed United 0, Club 361. Let's bring you a little bit more about Baller League. Who will be the champion is the question at the end of all this, and we'll get this second half kicked off here from the Baller League Arena in just a moment. Speed United's group trailing by a goal to nil. All acquired in that game changer. Is there going to be any opening of the play in normal 6v6? You see some early pressure here, some contact there on this near side from Juan Vasco, who commits.
Orange ball, handball. I got handball.
Is going to be given as the ball to Club 360. Referee fine to let the contact go on. Here's Bettis. All the time, and offside is going to be given. He was just ahead of that line when that ball was played. It's about that offside line here on this side, so if you are ahead of it, everyone else for the opposition is too. It's given as offside. Here's Hogan. Nice little flick on. Najib, who felt he was fouled on, we play. Escobar, though, taken out from behind, and now there's Nomad break going the other way. John poked out towards Braxton Najib, who was offside. Just starting a bit beyond that last defender. Now the referee is going to get a talking to there from iShow Speed. He wasn't pleased there, going and having a word. Looked to be about the correct decision. Mendoza. Here's what it looks like with the entirety of the arena in display. So difficult to find space. Run forward, just about getting a touch, but running off him last, Milian. It was a wild card for this match. See in the dugout there, Boris Joffre, the coach of Club 360, is putting in a lot of energy. There's that strike, and for a minute there, Hogan looked like he was gonna let it slip. It was Mendoza who had the crack. And now using that right arm to get the play going. Najib on the volley, and it spilled there, and it was clutch goalkeeping from Edgar Perez. He was under duress. It was nearly an assist there from the goalkeeper with the throw. Sharp play there from Club 360. Looking for the windows to play. Here's Escobar. That's a run of Danielson, flawlessly timed. Danielson is in, around the goalkeeper for 2-0, and Hogan does just about enough. And it will be a corner for Club 360, their first. And Speed United is frustrated that this team are preventing goals rather than going to score them. John. That was incredibly well played. The run there from Danielson was fantastic. Hogan. And we thank all of you who are joining us here for this Matchday 2 of Baller League. I've just been informed that over 180,000 viewers are with us across the various platforms of Baller League, and the individuals involved. West Cole bringing us a big audience. iShow Speed bringing us a big audience. Thank you to all of you who are with us. That one just a bit behind Danielson. This is Baller League. New era of football, a new era of soccer. There's that attempt from long distance going out of play. 6v6 for the first 12 minutes, and then we'll have a game changer at some point to alter proceedings. iShow Speed frustrated there. Rising header, a bit too aggressive there from Milian. Going over to Nielsen, who stayed on the ground, grabbing at the back of his head. shoulder going through the back of the head there. We'll have to be careful. Packed house here inside the Bowler League Arena. See I Show Speed talking about something with somebody. Marin to hit the free kick and right into the breadbasket of Tyler Hogan. He looks very good in goal. So giving up that chance in the one-on-one. Hogan, another former FIU college soccer player. Program of some repute around here in South Florida. Not terribly far away from this Tropical Park venue. And that was Peralta. Directing runs, he wants some movement. There's a lot of stasis. Quadra challenges all over. Player gone down there. And frustration shown from Melian, who had that earlier bit of contact. And the player who stayed down for Club 360 is Quintero. And there is Quintero, slow to get back to his feet. Got that raspberry on his left knee. Artificial surface is not nice to land on sometimes. On we go. Nice touch there from Franco. Gets a little cross in, was trying to create that rebound. Danielson was in there. Rolled out through that middle. Peralta couldn't keep that one in. Right here on this near side.
Go.
Rotation and cycling among all the Club 360 players. 9 minutes left to play. It's been a tight one. Lifted forward, down off the chest. And Nielsen now losing out there. Marin has it back now for Club 360. Wants to have a strike. Went off a teammate on its way out. So Speed United want to get going. Some patience shown by the Speed United players, and I think their manager wants them to get on with it a little bit, show a bit more purpose. Perea. Played forward, but nothing really there. I think you're seeing a real frustration from a Speed United perspective about how that play hasn't quite come together. The rhythm isn't there. You see real defensive intensity from Club 360. Almost going man-to-man in their pressure at times. Here's a nice run here made by Mendoza. Left it behind him. Good square ball. Quintero will have to settle. Play back here with Marin and Franco. Strong challenge in from Peralta. He's got it back. He's got to run through that middle though, and another challenge. It's a clean one in the judgment of the referee. And now space is open. The strike deflects on its way through. And there's the second for Club 360 from Chepe Quintero. I think he might have just broken that board, I Show Speed.
Can I get a challenge?
And it's going to be a challenge in from Speed United. I think they're going to come back here and ask for the foul.
I'm challenging that, man. Come on. That's a foul. Ain't no foul. That's a damn foul. Challenge on the foul. Challenge on the foul.
Challenging that it was a foul before the goal.
Oh my fucking God, dog. VAR, man.
And the
Please,
referee
can I get a VAR?
will now come over and take a look. Do again apologize for the language.
There's no challenge on fouls.
And they're going to have a look here again at that challenge coming in. And it's Franco towards Peralta. There is definitely some contact there. The question is there also contact with the ball?
I was
From all the angles available to us, that looks like a foul to me.
Challenge is good. No goal. It was a foul here before the goal.
All right, so a successful challenge then. Well done there from Speed Ferguson.
Speed Ferguson.
Or that.
God damn it. That's that Speed Ferguson ball.
Challenge flag does come back to him. Well done there, a successfully executed challenge to keep it at 1-0. Hogan. And Kodra on the turn, looking for his first goal of the night. Oh, and there was a bit of a coming together there. And it's a man down. Juan Vasco in the middle of that is grabbing at his face. I think he's signaling that he was hit there by Steven Kodra.
Man.
And so there's a player down in Juan Vasco. I wonder if there might be a challenge here coming from the Club 360 penalty area, or dugout, I should say. And the challenge flag has been thrown with some distance as well. And so here's that incident here. Does that leg kick out? And the challenge flag has been thrown. And so this one is going to be looked at.
What are y'all challenging? What is he challenging?
He's challenging.
Challenged by 360 that there was a foul there on the play.
I'm so confused. What happened?
And so the conversation will begin about whether or not this is a red card offense coming here. So I guess the question is, as he goes to ground, is he throwing a boot and kicking out at the opponent?
I think it's intentional.
There's sort of that leg flailing, but it's sort of difficult to judge intent here. And so let's hear now from the referee.
The challenge was unsuccessful. There was no foul on the play.
All right, so there we go. Challenge was used by Club 360, and you see the contention between the two teams. Kodra, though, might just have gotten away with one there. There's definitely a lot of contact in there, but you have to be careful. And there we have it. The Club 360 dugout is still displeased, still arguing their case.
No, hold on, man. That's ridiculous. 7 minutes.
Spanish was saying, don't even kid. So here comes Mendoza trying to keep that one in play. Actually did manage to do so. A couple of contentious decisions here. This one is an intense, awkward bounce bet out that was there, but well done there from Marin just to lift to safety. Prevent any more problems for Club 360, who have somehow managed to hang on to a clean sheet through 23.5 minutes. There's that challenge coming. Good work there from Escobar. As the sun sets here at Tropical Park, I want to ask you guys watching in the chat. Chat, where are you watching from? Tell us. I imagine it's all over the world, on YouTube and on Twitch. But tell us where you're watching from in the chat. See the sun pouring in over that Pro League logo on the halfway line. More contact. This time Najib gone down, Marin stepping up. He's going to try and chip the goalkeeper, and Hogan just heading away. That was really well done considering where he was on the pitch.
We gotta tell people in, bro. They're not moving. They're not moving. Nobody on the field is fucking moving.
Once again, we apologize for the language from I Show Speed. And they're getting from Australia, from Zimbabwe, from the Middle East, from Northern Ireland, to apologize that Northern Ireland went out of the World Cup playoffs today. Hands of Italy, Macedonia, India, Texas, South Africa, Sweden. Thank you to all of you who are watching on the Baller League USA platforms on both Twitch and on YouTube, as well as all of you watching on the CBS Sports Golazo Network. Najib will track this down. Back heel will be for Speed United to put back into play. Perea. Curacao, someone's watching from Kenya. Barbados. Thank you to those in the chat. Hogan from halfway. He wants to take this entire game for himself. Danielson. Najib taken down. Free kick near halfway. McDonald with a minute left to play before the second half game changer. Hogan will get it back to him again. He'll roll it out this time. McDonald taken down there. Referee letting it go. That's a late whistle. A late one. The referee thought about it. Gives a free kick here. And the free kick will be retaken as the referee's whistle hadn't yet been blown. Hogan. Perea. A nice step coming in. Runners either side. Fraghetti looking for a second. It was towards that bottom left corner. Just off target. It's a difficult angle to score from. The Club 360 nearly making it 2-0. A claim there from Perez down the other end. And there goes the whistle. It's time now for the second half game changer. And it's time for the line. This could completely swing the outcome of this one. Shots from outside of the offside line count for double. That is the game changer here for this one. And that is how this game can completely swing. So if you take a long distance strike and it goes in, if you're Speed United, you can go from trailing to winning. That would be enormous. Absolutely enormous. And for Club 360, if they get one of their own, they almost create an insurmountable lead. It's quite difficult. We haven't seen too many goals scored from outside of that offside line to get it struck well enough. Here we go, Club 360 with the lead. Trying to hang on to it, don't want to give one away if you're Perez. Danielson going in, he's in for two, trying to chip, still have a second bite at it into side netting. Danielson. Nodded away, will be put back into play. Strike coming in from John is right at Perez. He wants to catch the goalkeeper out. Fairly ambitious there. Hogan watching that one go out of play. And the fans in attendance enjoying their day out here at Baller League. Once again, the stands to capacity. Potential for a high boot in there. Once again, we're in the line game changer, meaning if someone scores from behind the offside line, will count double. Tripped up on halfway there, Mendoza. free kick. He's gone rolling over, making a real show of that one. I think the crowd is too impressed. There's that boot. It does clip him. Sort of that extra roll and another roll. To Pettis. Hit that long ball. Keeper is out. Does well to claim and start it with Kodra. Let it run. Just lost that focus. Everything he was last week hasn't quite come to the fore here. This is a narrow game. Every bit matters. And now Ochoa wants to play in towards Kodra to equalize. Keeper is out. Pettis denies and now falls on it in his penalty area. There's an appeal there, and it's handling outside of the box not given. And now we're going the other way. Danielson as well to control out of the air. Carlos Danielson with a nutmeg skill there, the Cuban. He's been the most impressive player in this game by some distance, you'd say. It is Club 360 to have the ball. Speed United players can barely believe it. We're in the final minute, and there's that early ball in from Mendoza. There's that little nutmeg there from Danielson. Fantastic bit of skill. Lifted towards that back post. Escobar was offside. Little more than 30 seconds left. Speed United, at this point, might have to settle for a draw, though. If they score behind the line, they can win it. Throw in to be put back into play by Speed United in the final 20 seconds. They have a crack from long range. And there's that hit. That one's going nowhere from Peralta, always out of play. 13 seconds left. Club 360 will take their time. Lifted forward, Danielson will nod towards goal, and Hogan has to claim over his shoulder. He'll hurl it forward towards Kodra, who's got to control, instead watches it go out of play. 3 seconds, 2 seconds, and there is the full-time horn. Club 360 grinding out a 1-0. And I show Speed, who came in on horseback, who was cursed before this one, showing the emotion, showing the struggle as his team, after a jubilant 7-2 win on the opening day, lose to Club 360 by a 1-0 on match day 2. The ebbs and flows of football. He does not want to lose. Still gives the handshake. I don't think he probably wanted to give that. A bit of S-housery there from Fraghetti, doing the shoe in front of him.